Hi, welcome to May 4th, Physical Science. Today we're going to look at Unit 8, Lesson 3, which is Electric Circuits. I'm going to show you the Think Central Digital lesson first, and then vocabulary video. I'll assign you a brain pop, and then show you your lesson for May 5th.
It's time to go to the basketball finals. It is dusk, and your family is ready to take you to the game. Everyone piles into your family's new car. You're excited because this is the first time you've all ridden in the new car. Click the highlighted numbers to see what happens. When done, click the next button to learn more about electric circuits. Your ball game is in the evening, but you have to be there early. The sun has almost set. It's dusk, and there's not much light. This is a time when it can be very difficult to see people and other cars. The street lights are already on. Dad explains that the headlights are automatic. There's a sensor that detects if there's not enough light outside to drive safely. The light sensor electronically signals the headlights to turn on. Dad explains that it's one of the new car's safety features. When it's dark outside, the headlights automatically come on. Then, when you arrive at your destination and turn the car off, there's a timer that keeps the headlights on for a certain period of time so you can get out of the car safely. It's a pretty cool car. You want to check out the new dashboard, so Mom lets you ride in the front seat next to Dad. You sink into your seat, ready for a comfy ride, and you watch as Dad starts the engine. The car engine revs up with an impressive roar and then settles into a nice purring sound. This is going to be a nice ride. But wait! You realize that the headlights came on as soon as Dad turned the key in the ignition. He didn't have to switch them on. How did that happen? Welcome to the lesson, Electric Circuits. In this lesson, you'll learn what parts make up a circuit and how electric circuits are arranged. You'll also learn how to be safe around electricity. The vocabulary words for this lesson are electric circuit, parallel circuit, and series circuit. This worker is repairing a high-voltage power line, a part of the electric circuit connecting power plant generators to users. An electric circuit is a closed path through which electric charges flow. These power lines carry alternating current, which can be transmitted long distances to power most electrical appliances. Because these electric currents are very dangerous, all parts of the circuit must be well maintained. What does this sketch show, and what do the symbols mean? It's a diagram of a simple electric circuit containing an energy source, a load, and a conductor. Here, the energy source is a battery, the load is a light bulb, and conducting wires are the conductors. The symbols in the diagram represent the parts of the circuit. Click the highlighted symbols to learn more about them. This symbol stands for the energy source in the circuit. The energy source for this circuit is a battery, but it can also be any direct current energy source, such as a DC power supply. Several lines indicate several energy sources connected together. This symbol stands for a load. A load is resistance in the circuit. Resistance slows current down, usually by changing electric energy to energy as heat. The symbol for resistance is a zigzag line. In this circuit, the load is a light bulb. Other loads can be appliances, such as toasters or hair dryers. A straight line is the symbol for any simple conductor in an electric circuit. These conductors connect the various parts of an electric circuit together so that electric charges can flow through them. In most cases, the conductor is a wire of conducting metal, such as copper. In circuit boards, the conductor may be a thin strip of conducting metal, such as copper, gold, or silver. Now that you've learned the purpose of circuit diagrams, you can use them to represent different kinds of electric circuits. Let's start by looking at open and closed circuits. Click the dots on the line to learn more. This electric circuit has a battery connected directly by wires to a load which, in this case, is a small light bulb. The symbols in the circuit diagram on the right correspond to the circuit components. Do you see any breaks in the circuit? Because the circuit is a continuous loop, electric charges are flowing through the circuit. Do you see any difference between the previous circuit and this one? In this one, the light bulb is not lit, and there's now a switch in the circuit. Notice also the symbol for the open switch in the circuit diagram. An open switch is a break in the continuity of the circuit. Because the switch is open, there now is no current in the circuit. This is an example of an open circuit. What's different between the previous circuit and this one? The light bulb is glowing, and the switch in the circuit is closed. Notice also the symbol for the closed switch in the circuit diagram. Because the switch is closed, current is restored in the circuit. This is an example of a closed circuit. You've learned about the differences between open and closed circuits. Which of the following changes to a circuit would cause a circuit to be open? Click the correct answers. You got it! If you open a switch, the circuit becomes an open circuit. That's right. If a segment of wire is removed, the circuit has a break in it, which causes the circuit to be open. When a circuit is open, there's no current in the circuit, so an open circuit is off. Opening a switch and removing a segment of wire both result in open circuits. A series consists of objects or events lined up one after the other. In the same way, the components in a series circuit are lined up one after the other in a single path with no branches. Click play at the points along the bar to learn more. Here's a simple series circuit. It consists of a battery, a single light bulb socket, and 2 copper wires. You can see the 4 pieces are one right after the other in a series. There's only one path for the current to follow, and the light bulb comes on. Another light bulb can be added in series with the first bulb. This is done by placing the second bulb between the first bulb and the battery. Note that there's still only one path for the current to follow in this new series circuit. Let's add a third bulb by again inserting it between the battery and a bulb. There's still only one path for the current to follow in the circuit. Look at how the single bulb in the first series circuit burns more brightly than the 3 bulbs that are in series. This is because each bulb adds resistance to the circuit. The more bulbs in a series circuit, the greater the resistance of the circuit. Adding resistance reduces the overall current, causing the bulbs to burn less brightly. What happens when a bulb is taken out of its socket? Notice that all of the remaining bulbs go out at the same time. This is because the circuit has been opened. In a series circuit, there's only one path for the current to follow, and part of that path was through the bulb that was removed. If any part of a series circuit is removed, all current ceases. What does it mean for things to be parallel? Parallel streets don't cross one another. Similarly, components in a parallel circuit don't cross one another, nor are they in a line, as in a series circuit. Click the images to learn more about parallel circuits and how they function. How is this circuit different from a series circuit? Instead of being all in a line, the bulbs are connected to a common point, or wire. The parts of the circuit with bulbs are parallel to one another. That's why this type of electric circuit is called a parallel circuit. Look closely at the wires in a parallel circuit. Because the bulbs are connected to common points or wires, there's more than one path available for the current. These multiple paths are the reason that parallel circuits behave differently from series circuits. Why is the brightness of the bulbs different between the series and parallel circuits? Unlike the loads in a series circuit, the loads in a parallel circuit do not have the same current. Instead, each load in a parallel circuit has the same voltage across it. As a result, each light bulb glows at full brightness no matter how many bulbs are connected in parallel. Another feature of parallel circuits can be seen when a bulb is removed or burns out. The electric charges continue to follow the other paths, so the other bulbs remain on. This makes it very easy to find a defective device or component in a parallel circuit. You've learned about series circuits and parallel circuits. See if you can identify which of the statements describes a parallel circuit. Click all of the correct answers. Not quite. Way to go! If there's more than one light in a parallel circuit, they have the same brightness because voltage in a parallel circuit is the same in each branch. You got it! If one light in the parallel circuit is unscrewed, the remaining lights stay lit. That's right! Current has several paths it can take in parallel circuits. You've learned that a parallel circuit has several paths for current. The brightness of each light stays the same when several bulbs are in the circuit because the voltage is constant, and lights stay lit when one is unscrewed because the current has several paths it can take. Electricity is very useful, but it's important to take precautions when using it. Click each image to learn some of the ways to use electricity safely. Water acts as a conductor of electricity. This is why it's important to keep electrical appliances away from sources of water and to avoid plugging something in when your hands are wet. Since your body can also conduct electricity, never touch the metal parts of an electrical device as you plug it in. The black protective coating on this power cord is broken, exposing frayed conducting wires underneath. You should alert an adult if you see frayed or damaged electrical wires. If too many appliances are connected to an electric outlet, the current in the circuit can become too large, possibly causing a fire. Be sure to not overload outlets with too many appliances. This image shows an example of a proper load to an outlet. A circuit breaker is a safety device that opens a circuit when the current becomes too large. One way to prevent circuit overload caused by too much current is to have a circuit breaker in series with the circuit. It must be attached between the power source and any parallel components so that it opens the entire circuit. Another important safety device that can be found in some outlets is a ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI. A GFCI detects sudden changes in current at the outlet and immediately opens the circuit at the outlet to stop the flow of current to the affected appliance only. In older buildings, a device called a fuse was placed in series with a building circuit to prevent current overload. Excess current causes the conductors in the circuit to heat up. A fuse contains metal with a low melting point. The heat caused by excessively high currents melts the metal in the fuse, and the circuit is opened. Many power cords have conducting wires that are coated in an electrical insulator. This insulator protects users from being directly exposed to the electric current. Have you ever seen lightning strike an object on the ground? Lightning is a rapid discharge of electric charge. It's important to know how to stay safe during a lightning storm. Click the images to learn more about electrical storm safety. When charges build up in storm clouds, the air between the clouds and the ground becomes ionized. The charge travels to the ground as lightning. The current in a lightning bolt is about 10,000 amperes. A current of only 1/10 of an ampere can be fatal. It's important to practice safety during a lightning storm. Weather conditions that form lightning can also produce severe rain, hail, and even tornadoes. So even if lightning doesn't cause direct damage, the weather conditions that accompany lightning may damage power lines and energy substations. Such damage can cause electrical hazards and power outages. Our houses provide us with some protection from lightning, but there is always the possibility that lightning will strike your house. Because tap water conducts electricity, there is a chance that some of the electric current in lightning could be conducted through you. To be safe, don't use water during an electrical storm. Landline telephones provide a conductor for possible lightning strikes. In general, avoid contact with landline phones and other plugged-in electrical devices during an electrical storm. Where do you think is the most dangerous place during an electrical storm? If you said outside, you're right. Avoid open fields, trees, and bodies of water. If you find yourself outside during an electrical storm, look for an enclosed shelter or vehicle and take cover there. Always try to get inside before an electrical storm starts. You've learned about some safety precautions involving electricity. Can you identify the safety precaution associated with each object? Drag the safety precaution to its correct image.
This is giving me a hard time dragging this. I'm going to try this again. So if we were in class right now, you'd be able to use the board to drag these. Try this. It's not, I'm not giving up. Oh. Oh, good, I got it. Okay.
Well done. A few precautions that you can take with electrical devices are keeping appliances away from water, checking cords for signs of damage or fraying, avoiding using landline phones during a storm, and using outlets wisely by not overloading. These images show circuits that are wired either in series. These images show circuits that are wired either in series or in parallel. Drag each image to the correct category. Well done! You've identified that circuit elements wired one after the other are in series, while those connected at common points are in parallel. You've learned how simple electric circuits are built, how to identify when a circuit is open or closed, and how a series circuit differs from a parallel circuit. Think about the circuits in your house. What kind of circuits do you think are in the walls of your house? Why do you think this? Type your response in the space provided. Click OK when you're done.
All right, so obviously you can't type in right now, so I'll go ahead and go to the summary.
You've learned a lot about electric circuits. Let's review the main ideas from the lesson. In general, an electric circuit is made up of an energy source, such as a battery, a resistance or load, such as a light bulb, and conductors that connect them. When a circuit is open, there is no current in the circuit. When a circuit is closed, current is carried by the circuit through all of its components. A series circuit has a single current conducting path. The circuit becomes open when any component is removed. Current decreases in each component as more components are added. A parallel circuit has multiple current conducting paths, which are connected at common points. If a component in one branch of the circuit is removed, the circuit remains closed in all other branches. Current is greater in branches with less resistance, but voltage remains the same on each part of the circuit. You can use electricity safely by keeping electrical devices away from water, telling adults about damaged power cords, and not overloading outlets. Now that you've finished this lesson, if you wish, you can go back and review any part of the lesson again.
I'm going to show you a vocabulary video clip on current electricity.
Yeah. So electricity is the energy produced by electrons. And a current is the flow of electrical energy. And a circuit is the path the current follows. Pretty shocking, right? Y'all know what time it is. Vocabulary. Let's go.
Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes. Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes. Electricity needs a circuit to flow. That's the path that electrons take when they go. A circuit has three parts: an energy source, the recipient, and a connection, of course. In the source, energy is converted and stored, while the connection could be a wire cord. It carries the current to the energy recipient. You think the circuit's finished? Better think again, cause the current can't flow till the circuit's closed. Something every good electrician knows. After the electrons get to the recipient, they return to the source on a path considerate. They loop back around, completing the circle. They move in the flow that's fast, not a turtle. When the loop is complete, the circuit's closed. But if it opens up, the current can't flow. Which is how things get turned off. While some materials don't carry currents at all, like rubber, plastics, and glass. They're insulators, so the current won't pass. But conductors carry currents, you see, like ABC, they do it easily. Metal conducts, and citrus fruits too, so if life hands you lemons, well, you know what to do. Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes. Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes. I have a kid brother, he's totally a menace. I go to put on shoes and they're filled with lettuce. The only way to stop him is to build an alarm for my bedroom, so I know what's going on. The alarm should turn on when he opens the door, so I'll need to make a sort of switch, for sure. When the switch is off, the circuit is open, cause when it's open, the flow of energy is broken. But when it's on, the circuit is closed, and then the electrons take off and go. I rigged up my room so if he opens the door, this metal wire gets pushed across the floor. And when it makes contact with this here battery, the circuit is closed like it has to be. Electricity powers a loud buzzer. Now my sneakers don't have any lettuce in them. Sorry, brother. Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes. Electricity is energy made by electrons, yeah, better be. A current is the flow each and every day, and a circuit is the path that the energy takes.
Okay, we can look at the quick review. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and read the question out loud, and you can answer out loud or to yourself. Electricity is energy made by what? Electrons. A blank is the flow of electrical energy. Current. What are the three parts of a circuit? An energy source, a recipient, and a connection. What does every good electrician know? A current can't flow until a circuit is closed. Name one insulator. Rubber, plastic, glass. Are metals conductors or insulators? Conductors. Are citrus fruits conductors or insulators? Conductors. What does the narrator's kid brother fill her shoes with? Lettuce. When should the alarm be on? When her brother opens the door. What does the electricity and the narrator's alarm power? A loud buzzer. After watching today's pre-recorded Zoom, I'm going to ask you to log into brainpop.com and search electric circuits. Watch the movie, take the graded quiz, and then email me the results. And also you might want to explore the related reading. Tomorrow, your assignment will be to complete electrical circuits, this worksheet right here. And so what you'll do is you'll tell whether the light bulb or bulbs will light or will not light based on the circuit. And what I'll do is I'll show you the first 4 examples, just so you have an understanding of how to complete this worksheet. I'll have you try the next two on your own. If you have any questions, please have your parents email me. I can email you back your answer or give you a call back. And as always, I hope that you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon.